I'm going to be able to record the process, get things going. Okay, we are live on both. So if you are watching on vertical, you can jump to my channel and watch the stream on horizontal. If you are more doing inside Unreal and looking at the menus and the little things, you can always go to the vertical, from the vertical stream to the horizontal stream. Into the project. Right now, it's just a mess. It's just a bunch of objects just laying around, not making much. It really does not show any logic, has no logic to the space, to the environment. So we're gonna fix that today. It's nice to step and be more professional about what I'm actually doing right now. So the outliner a little bit, okay? So now I'm going to look for all the particles, which is going to be called PS from particle system, I guess. And I want to select them all and turn them and hide them on the outliner. Great. Then next I would like to select my PCG graph, which stands for procedural generated PCG, procedural content generation. So I'm going to hide my swamp environment, which is called swamp biome. Biome 2. Okay, let's name things a little bit nicer, because I think it's gonna be a little bit easier to find things in the outliner. I'm gonna name it PCG biome underscore swamp. Great. So when I look for swamp, it's gonna appear in the search of the outliner. Great. So now we got all those trees away. Great. Now I can see a little bit more what we are actually working with. Okay, this is very nice. Now I would like to do the same with the vines. I want to select all the vines from the environment and deselect the ones that I have in the cave area. So here I want to hold Ctrl Alt and drag, or Ctrl Shift and drag. I forgot the shortcut for deselecting and dragging. And let's just Ctrl click these meshes and deselect them, so I can make a little folder with the foliage that I'm using for the swamp environment. Awesome. I had a big bowl of pasta and I'm feeling very good right now. I really needed like a big bowl of pasta. It's been a long time since I don't cook anything like that. All right, now selecting this bunch of static meshes, I want to right click on the outliner and I want to create a folder. That way I will be able to place everything there and have everything organized. You do that by moving to create new folder, and this folder is going to be called swamp vines. I guess that's good. Great. And these other vines are going to be the cave ones. We don't really need those for now. That's great. Now I want to do the same with the mushrooms. When it comes to vines, I want to hide them, and I want to hide all the mushrooms. All the mushrooms in the scene I want to hide. But also we have mushrooms in the cave, so might as well just select all of them and deselect the ones that I have in the cave. So it's gonna be the same process. Unfortunately, I do have a bunch of them. Which might not be the greatest idea to go one by one and deselecting them. Oh, these red ones are super nice. Yep, I guess that's it. Maybe not that much. And I remember having some of them around here. This cave looks so cool. But and the pivot point is there, so I guess we have everything deselected in the cave. Alright, that's beautiful. Sorry for the super quick camera shakes and moves. But now that we have all selected, I'm gonna make another folder, which is going to be right click on the outliner and move to create folder and name this. I'm gonna name this swamp mushrooms. Beautiful. Now we can hide this. And these two huge things, I can also add them on the vines of the swamp. Is it already there? Yep. No, they're not part of the organized. A little bit nicer, because that's very nice when you want to actually get back to the project and be able to work without wasting too much time just finding things and remembering how you set up things. So when I was playing a little bit of World of Warcraft and I went to this beautiful swamp area in the Tangled Jungle in Draenor, I remember there was a very nice path in the floor. Alright, so I'm going to try to replicate that here. To do that, I'm going to select the environment, landscape, which is going to be the terrain, and just go to landscape mode, pressing Shift 2 or selecting this menu under selection mode. And here I want to go into sculpt, and I want to pick the flatten brush. The flatten brush is super powerful because it allows me to flatten out some terrain. For this brush to work, you need to pick up a flat piece of terrain that you want to flat out. You need to pick up a piece of terrain that you want to flatten out from. So for example, if I want to create some interesting shapes here, I will probably go to the brush size, make it smaller, and then I should be able to just flatten out these things, and we should be able, it's gonna lag a little bit because it's a very big environment, a very big terrain. So here I'm going to keep on adding a little bit of shapes like that. You see, I'm going to like just pick it up like that and try to make those nice, interesting, oops, it's lagging. Trying to make those interesting shapes around the thing. Just keep the camera going like that. And this water, stylized water, is going to tell me if actually I'm picking the terrain up or down. It's gonna really help me visualize what I'm doing, which probably the computer is not having a great time right now. But this is gonna allow me to make this beautiful terrain, those kind of beautiful kind of swampy shapes that are some kind of like pools that the environment forms. So you have paths and you have little pools where water accumulates, and here I can be a little bit more round and I can make things a little bit more beautiful, trying to get away from sharp edges and trying to make things a little bit more rounded and a little bit more friendly. In character design, making characters more round makes them look more friendly, more approachable. But when you make things too sharp, they look a little bit more like a villain, like a bad not a bad character, but what's the word, like a villain, like a villain, I think that's how you pronounce it. So basically I want to create very interesting shapes with this brush and really try to get my artistic really try to create something beautiful here, getting that those shapes a little bit nicer here, just really trying to flow with the really trying to flow with the tools and trying to like really make this feel beautiful. It looks like a face, like whoa, like a ghost face, which is kind of fun, but the character won't be able to look at this from up above unless we give the character a flying mount, which it's also possible. So this environment, again, for people who haven't seen this from the beginning, this environment is going to be used for an RPG game, which is going to be developed by a client of mine who wanted me to create something interesting for him. And I really appreciate this client because he's allowing me to create some very interesting stuff and really experiment a lot with a lot of tools like PCG and a lot of stylized assets and very, very cool stuff. I really like this client, and I would like to make him very proud of this environment. I'm very happy with the final product, which we are going to iterate a lot on. So this for now is just a block out, just to sense of the space, just to really see what works, what doesn't, how big can we make the map, how much props, how many props can we add, how many models, and see how things run. I don't know if he wants to do this for mobile, because for now I have very little information on the project, but I'm not very into mobile gaming, which is interesting because everybody has a phone, right? But There's nothing like watching things on a big screen, but I understand like having a nice computer and a big screen, it's not something that everybody has. So maybe a phone is more accessible. So you have pros and cons, right? But for example, something like Roblox that you can play on computer and then you can play on your mobile phone is like, wow, those guys are super smart. And I usually play Roblox with my daughter and I have a lot of fun. I usually have a lot of fun. It's like, these guys are super smart. And one day I started playing with the Roblox engine, and I was like, wow, this is actually very fun. You can just drag and drop things and start playing. For an artist like me, I think it's very fun. That's why I love Unreal Engine, because it's kinda a little bit like that. It's a little bit like very nice for artists. I hope this talk is a little bit. I hope this talk is entertaining for people. This is probably nobody's like watching the stream right now, but that doesn't really matter much. What matters is that I'm able to record the process and people can watch it later on or whenever they feel like it. Okay, I think that I'm messing up a little bit here because I really want to get rid of this water right here. Oh, okay. Let's take it easy a little bit. Let's go back to landscape mode, selection mode. Let's just save a little bit and let's start painting the environment a little bit. Let's start painting the environment. I really want to get into this. I had some interviews this week and I think they went very well. Not 100% great, but very well. So I was experimenting a little bit with car visualization, realistic rendering, and stuff like that, which I really want to get into. But since I started working on this environment, I really I really felt in love with stylized stuff. Don't do like a super specific alien that nobody can relate to, right? But maybe you can do, I don't know, a realistic candle pack for architectural visualization. You know, like something that people will definitely need. And that's my advice. That's my advice. Just really start creating your own things and put them out there. Don't be afraid of sharing your work. Don't be afraid of getting out there. That's the thing. That's the main topic. You never know where your next client is going to come from. So yeah, For example, the 50s American diner that I'm working on, I felt in love so much with that project, like so much. And then I got an art test from a job that I applied like maybe almost 2 months ago, and I did the art test, and then they got back to me like, hey, that's very nice, we will let you know what we think about it. And then, well, maybe 2 weeks has gone by and no answer from them, and it's completely fine. They don't need to answer. But from that art test, I got this project. So you never know, like if you share your work online, you never know what you're gonna get. That's super awesome, and I really like in this project a lot. Just like putting the camera up there and like just talking. It's crazy how like I built like a small. It's crazy how like I built like a small community of people, and sometimes they ask me like, hey, are you gonna stream today? Hey, are you gonna do that today? And it's like super cool, like, hey, you really inspired me to do this. Let's keep the passion talk a little bit. Let's cut the passion talk a little bit. But oh my god, this is lagging so much. But yeah, just get out there. You got this. You really got this. Just keep on practicing. Keep on like really just fall in love with your own artwork. And if you really, really like what you're doing, like you really enjoy what you're doing, that will super nice. I like what you're super nice. I like what you're doing. And there will be days where you don't feel like working, and there will be days where you're gonna get lazy, and it's like, you know what, today I kinda just don't wanna do anything. And days where you need to push yourself and be like, nope, I'm gonna do something today. I'm going to continue with the project. Motivation comes by doing things. You really need to you see how can I squish this? It's super funny. Maybe it's too squished, more than I need. Looks like those flat pencils for like construction or stuff like that. They make them flat so they can't roll down the hill. Like if you are in a roof or something, they cannot fall down by rolling down the roof. Anyways, super happy to be able to continue with this project and keep on going. Okay, let's just refine this a little bit more. Let's just refine this with the landscape paint tools, and then I will continue with the rest. I'm sweating so bad right now, like maybe as I'm touching today, maybe they are very, very deep topics. Oh my god, this lag is crazy. Just a little bit more. Oh, okay. And I'm very happy with this. I need the landscape to look. Oh, save this. Double check if I don't have anything else opened. Is maybe just the landscape tools, or maybe just the landscape tools. Connection, it's not so sweet. Let me see. We are live here, and then Let's see. Yeah, connection is terrible. People are probably not able to look at this. Yep, connection is very bad. But at least I think it's gonna get recorded and maybe somebody will look at this. But it's not actually about. I like when people interact in the live streams. But it's actually about recording the whole process and looking at the process later. I love these shapes. I really love these shapes. Very interesting. So I'm just gonna finish it up right here. Tun 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 tun. And then I will continue. So yeah. And at the end of the day, do I have another folder? That's the problem with making a lot of folders. Move to Swamp Bridges. Yeah, let's say it's a bridge for now. Okay, cool. Now we have that. That's very cool. We have that. Great. Save. Okay, cool. So now we can hide this and this and this. Okay, we are getting rid of everything for now. A little bit nicer. So swamp props, we're gonna get rid of that. I mean hide it. Okay, cool. And I want to get all the little vegetation that I have here, which is very little. Okay, double check that I don't have anything else. And this I also want to move it into let's see, do I have another folder? Anyways, which is gonna be move to create folder, and I'm going to create a folder called swamp escape going, this terrain going, and I really want to make it more interesting. This prop, I'm actually going to move it to the swamp bridges. Okay, good, and hide it. Nice. Now we can start working on the terrain, which is very important.
Got green lights every now and then.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have very bad connection. Yeah, I'm streaming from Costa Rica, and we had like a very big national problem with the internet. A couple of days ago, it just went down for the whole country. So yeah. And I'm going to flatten this piece of land right there. I'm gonna get this going like that. Okay, cool. So laggy. Yep, it happens to every time I move the terrain. It's I totally forgot about this. So here we have action today. Yeah. Unfortunately.